The Wild History of PBS. Tug Boy. Big Tug. Y'all already know how we do. Come on,
Oh,
man.
boy. Here we go.
This video is going to be absolutely amazing because y'all already know Tug doing his ting, boy.
Tug
of
is
course,
what we talking about.
If you want to watch the original video by Tug, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to hear his yap, that will be down in the description below. Also, I'm just going to give a PSA here, y'all. Also, I'll probably post in the community notes, but mom got a little John going on, got to go to get a little surgery. So, yeah, she's not going to be able to be moving that much, so we're not going to be able to come down in the basement, because if y'all don't know, we're recording in the basement, which means you probably got to go down a flight of stairs. I mean, at least
I can't.
I hope your basement got a flight of stairs and you don't just crash down. I hope. But, like, yeah. So, yeah, we probably going to be posting a good amount of shorts. So, if you like those, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be a little funny. But I can understand. If y'all don't, if you're not trying to add to the brain rot of your life watching shorts.
No. Watch our shorts.
I totally understand. But I ain't going to lie. Yeah, I'm just going to let y'all know. But like I said, I'm putting in the community notes. But anyway, that's not about us. Shout out Big Tug. Let's get right into it. Y'all already know.
But remember, this is a kids-friendly channel, PBS.
I'm like, I ain't actually, yo, before we even get into it, that's a good thing to express. There's two different Jones. There's PBS and then there's PBS Kids, because that's what you're thinking of, and that's what I was thinking of at first too.
Oh, but it's not.
It's not. Like there's two different Jones of it.
Oh, well, I know about the PBS Kids. I don't know about the other one, so I'll learn something too.
But it's the wild history, so we gonna really learn.
Okay.
Tough.
This video was made possible by contributions to the
I'm
Big
saying
Tug
I was a
YouTube
gun.
channel by viewers like you. Thank you. Also, Juicy Juice, I think, sometimes. And Fume, but we will get, it comes later.
I'm very sick. I do not feel good, but this video must be created because people need to know about
like
Elmo.
that?
When you mention PBS to someone my age, a certain image is painted in their head. Waking up on a chilly Sunday morning and running downstairs, turning on the TV and watching Arthur the Aardvark be an extreme hater to his sister DW. Watching some Mexican kids hang out with dragons without their parents' permission. They had no clue what they were up to. And hearing Gilbert Gottfried play a robot pigeon while a green dude tries to kill a bunch of...
I don't know that one.
What is
I don't
this?
even know who's that Gilbert Gottfried. What? A pigeon? I ain't even seen a pigeon yet.
Never heard of this.
Nah, I ain't seen
That's
this.
tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Middle schoolers. But even though that might be the collective-based knowledge, the public broadcasting service has a lot more going on than you might think. It is a crowd-funded educational entertainment provider that has been around for decades. And I say crowd-funded even though myself and anyone I know has never given a dime to PBS, so I don't know where the money's coming from, really. Our broke asses won't even pay for YouTube Premium, even though we get 7 ads in the middle.
Nah, I ain't paying for that either.
I ain't gonna lie, me either.
I don't even got the money.
And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because I know a lot of heads on this platform be virtue signaling like, yo, as a creator, I should be using YouTube and not me, bro. Call me a scumbag. I'm using an ad blocker, bro. My bad. So if I'm a scumbag for that, bro, that's tough. I don't know, bro. Shout out you though. Shout out you for virtue signaling. Anyway.
Of the video, so I doubt any of us are just shilling out for Big Bird's healthcare. But even though we're all mooching off the teat of free TV, there's a high likelihood that PBS has been a major part of your life. Odds are you learned just as much from the early education programming on public TV than you did your checked out kindergarten teacher who's so hungover they can't even talk. Programs like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and Clifford have entertained and educated generations of children. Clifford being the least.
You know what's so sad though?
Clifford have.
It's so sad that Gen Alpha will never experience this, John. They never gonna know the W's of this, John, bro. The classics, bro.
I mean, they do know of that.
They'll know the characters,
and
but they'll never know the
Rogers.
nostalgia of it. You know
they
what I'm
won't.
saying? Their nostalgia is dead gonna be Skibbity Toilet, bro. That's really crazy when I think about it. I think about that all the time. I'm like, yo, because of course time is not stopping for anyone. Time is gonna forever go on, and I don't care what you believe. That is a fact. Time will always be going on. So like, bruh, things are gonna evolve. Trends are gonna change. Like imagine things that were popular in the 1800s is nowhere even near popular now. So things in the in the 2000s probably not gonna be the same in the 2200s. So it's like, dang, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, sad. Kids never gonna know, bro. But hey, I don't know. I'm Unk, so I guess that's tough.
Have entertained and educated generations of children. Clifford being the least out of the three in terms of education. I don't know what you learned from Clifford. Don't have a gigantic dog. He's gonna do property damage, and you can't afford that. And all those PBS kids grew up to be smart-poking adults who enjoyed sitting down and getting their brains exploded by episodes of Nova, or just love to sit down and vibe out while you watch Bob Ross paint.
Oh, Bob Ross. Oh,
shout out my goat.
I love him.
Shout out my goat, bro. Yo, Bob Ross kept it P every time.
Oh my god.
Yo, Bob Ross kept it a stack every time, and the paintings was fire. Stop playing, bruh. Yo, Bob Ross be having he be just putting brushes on the John. Next thing you know, I'm looking at Picasso's John. I'm like, I don't even know how we. I'm like,
amazing.
yo,
he was amazing.
But nah,
and I love his Halloween costume.
Yo, right, damn, bro, yo. Shout out Bob Ross, man. That's a classics, bro. Classics.
In some trees. Yeah, right, Bob. I know you think you're a professional, but these scribbles aren't going to become a tranquil portrait of the Pacific Northwest. What happened?
That's
Exactly.
Yo, he would just be doing this, painting come out gorgeous. I'm like, bro.
What?
I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, bro. I don't got talent. Like, yo.
Well, how did you do that, Bob? You're a wizard. Obviously, all this programming costs money. So where exactly does the money come from? Supposedly, it comes from viewers like you, but viewers like you are cheap as hell, so that's not happening. So I just thought we would take a little bit of time and explore the history of PBS, how it works, and the impact it's had on the generations of Americans that have been watching it. Because I don't know about you, but I would not be the same person I am today without hearing the Arthur theme song at least once a day when I was a child, because that theme song is unbelievably good. And I can't play it right now because of copyright, but like Chance the Rapper at his peak did a remix of the song, and my god, it is so good. Just Google it. Here's a picture of the album. Just go to it.
The history.
Wow.
Talk to me.
PBS feels like such a staple of TV that it's surprising it's only been around for half a decade. But all the major networks, NBC, ABC, CBS, they're all older than PBS. The only exception is Fox, who came around after PBS because Rupert Murdoch wanted to throw his hat in the TV ring. It started in 1986, which seems really late for Fox to get going. And also, I did the research. Quick side note, Fox has never had a picture of a fox in its logo. It's never had a mascot fox, which I think is... You're missing a huge opportunity there. Anyway, Fox debuted 16 years after the debut of PBS, which was in 1970.
Wow, okay.
But PBS's roots stretch even further back than that. In 1954, National Education Television rocked the airwaves. And by rocked, I mean like rock a baby to sleep, not Van Halen. It was pretty mild. National Education Television, or NET, was the prototype for PBS. It was funded by a grant from the Ford Foundation. Yes, that Ford. And in its early years, didn't produce any original content.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, most companies like in cahoots and all like own each other. It's a whole ring. I'm not gonna cap to y'all, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold y'all. This is why we have Jones like BlackRock, where BlackRock owns like basically all of America, or like not even that, or basically just like mad businesses. Just so many Jones, bro. They're all connected, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a whole system. It's a whole system. Don't get tricked though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, also don't get tricked by bulls like Tate, bro. You gotta escape the Matrix. There's no Matrix, bro. There's no Matrix, bro. Just heads, just making sure that you gonna pay your taxes. That's what it is. I ain't gonna lie.
Sound familiar? Do you see a pattern in my videos? It served as more of a curator. It would find a bunch of educational videos and put them together and send them out to stations across the country. 5-hour and then eventually 10-hour blocks of programming were stitched together and then sent around to participating stations, which seems like a lot of work. It would be like if you went to every Simpsons episode and found the moral of the story part that only lasts 3 seconds, put those all...
Oh,
That's real.
He gotta take some medicine.
That's real.
Put those all together and then I don't know what I was saying. It wasn't a great watch, but it was TV with a purpose. This overall was a pretty big deal. Keep in mind, this was before the invention of cable television. Back then, there weren't a lot of options to watch on TV. You had NBC, ABC, and CBS. They called it the Big Three. Anything else that people were trying back then was noted.
Now the Big Three is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. We ain't worried about this big three. Matter of fact, this the small three.
Anime.
Exactly. That's the only big three that we care about these days. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is actually, that just adds to my point I made earlier, where it's like, okay, see, your generation, this might have been your big three, but my generation, my big three is an anime and Naruto. Like, it's a whole different dichotomy. And Gen Alpha's big three is Skibbity Toilet, Lanky Box, and let me say.
Yeah, but he talking about channels. What's your big three channels? What channels you know?
Oh,
talking about channels.
Say no more. Cartoon Network, bro, what's the John? What's
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon and Disney XD.
Okay.
Stamped. They don't know nothing about that. Stamped. Or at least what Gen Z do, but Gen Alpha, heck nah. Nah, I don't know nothing about those.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here, Demont Network. No one even remembers you existed.
Huh?
Get
Demont,
out.
yeah.
But now, due to NET, there was consistent educational programming, which, of course, a lot of people made fun of. It doesn't matter if you're in 2020 or 1920. Learning stuff is and always has been for dorks. Articles at the time called NET, the University of...
I'm very much just kidding. Y'all should all know I'm a nerd, bro. Y'all see I be geeking over the space videos, philosophy videos. I'm a nerd, bro. So that's obvious memes.
The air, and my research tells me that's the worst the 1950s could do in terms of being mean and toxic, which is such baby shit. But fuck it, if it works, it works. People are getting smarter and audiences are tuning in. So what's next? Well, by the 1960s, NET was creating original programming. Once again, it's a mirror image of what the fuck happened here. And some of the original programming was...
I'm not gonna lie.
You said they wasn't getting smarter?
No. He said, and people were getting smarter, and I'm like, but this was back in the June, and you would think as this would progress, people would get smarter in it.
Yeah, they was watching these education shows. They were getting smarter. What are they watching now? Skibbity Toilet. finding a way to put their head in the toilet.
I'm not even going to comment on the Skippy. It's just like I really want to sit and look at some statistics on like the average grades for like a high school student now, because I feel like it's probably awful, or I feel like they're probably just lying about their numbers or whatever. Like, cause there are some schools that do that. I'm not saying like all schools be capping each on it, but there is some schools that be lying about their test scores so they get more applicants, they therefore get more funding, yada yada yada. I don't know though. I just feel like with the day and age that we in now, like heads just really don't care about education. Like it's really not about none of that. Like,
no, the scores are high because they have Chat GBT and all the other stuff that do they work for them. So scores are high.
Oh yeah, now that's actually a good point. But then they're saying, yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some of y'all that like got them little first of all, the heads that made like the Jones where you could peep an essay if it was written by Chat GPT, you really the ops, bro. Like you're a dork. Like you're actually a dork. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Like I'm a nerd, but you're a loser. Cause it's like, bro, yeah, why y'all doing heads bad? Yo, I don't want to spend 2 weeks on this essay that I don't care nothing about, bro. Like let me just have Chat GPT write that boy, put it in Grammarly. Then put it in Quizlet or some John and make sure that boy scrubbed. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Bro, like, nah, bro. This is gonna help to educate. Bro, you really think that writing an essay on the Treaty of Versailles is gonna help me when I'm like 40, bro? Trying to have a family? Bro,
Ooh,
no.
what? I'm 50.
Let me cheat on my essay, bro. I don't even know why I'm complaining. I'm not even in school. But I feel bad for the high school bulls. But then again, that'd be hypocritical because they're not learning none. But then again, also to counteract that point, when are you gonna start teaching things that apply to life? Like for real? No, seriously. Like on some real tip. Like I'm not even lying about that. Like what's up?
No, I said all right. We could go on about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna go on about that, but I'm like,
we could go on about that.
That's a whole video that we actually do need to make, and I'm not talking like a reaction. Like me and you need to sit in a John. Y'all let us know if you want to see that. Like sit down, maybe the chairs up there, and just dead talk about that John, because it's really gonna get hefty. But yeah, talk to me.
But there was an issue. Because it was publicly funded, that meant one dude with a lot of money decided what airs. Oh, it's this guy again. I'm sure he has no skeletons in his closet. I'm sure this guy is a completely rational adult. Some accused NET's journalism, and more specifically their documentaries about racism, to...
I'm like, what? Y'all looking at Tug, right? He talking. I look to the side. I'm like, no way. We got the triple you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Nah, Tug. You're not telling me the bull that you just showed was associated with these fools. That's really crazy, bro. That's actually wild. I need to see y'all cope for that if that's true. I need to see y'all excuse. I need to see that one for sure. Like, that's crazy.
Biased. So that and a few other hot issues of the time led to Lyndon B. Johnson signing in 1967 the Public Broadcasting Act. This act did a lot of things, most notably the creation of NPR. But more specifically for this video, it was important because it created a nonprofit called the Corporation of Public Broadcasting. This new setup solidified NET as an actual production center and helped deflect accusations of publicly funded biased programming. And while this was all happening, NET had a rebrand and the Public Broadcasting Service was born. We made it, baby. A central channel that supported
PBS.
Local stations across the country with content. And also, Lyndon B. Johnson had a huge dick. I don't know where to put that in this video, but I
Bombocard!
Shout out to
mentioned him a little while ago, and Lyndon B. Johnson had a huge goddamn hammer in his pants. Literally, there was like phone calls of him like calling his seamstress and saying, "You need to let the air."
He got a fever. Tug is sweating now. He's sweating. He got a fever. He don't know what he's saying, what he's talking about. Poor Tug.
I'm like,
we gotta make a video.
I'm sitting here like, yo, he's really doubling down. Like, he's hilarious.
We really gotta make a video.
Area out in my pants so my dick can breathe, and also he would show his.
Yo, he really is sweating though.
He's
that
sweating.
has nothing
You
to do
see?
with the rest of the
He
video,
probably
but
got
I
a
needed to say
fever.
that. You never know what you're gonna get.
I ain't gonna
Open up
lie.
a big Tug classic.
Nah, real talk though, yo, shout out Tug, bro, cause he really even still putting these boys out. If I was sick, bro, y'all not catching no videos from me, and y'all know how I get, bro. I be trying to do my cheese, bro. I do anything for cheese. When I get sick, nah, I don't be playing around. So I can only imagine how he doing this. And he got to come up with the script and John still and still edit. Yo, if I had to edit a John like he be editing his vids, the video's never coming out, especially if I'm sick. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
There's something that's just sitting there.
I'm like, it is never
and he
coming
ain't
out.
sick.
Like, I ain't go.
So with hundreds of local stations coming together under the PBS banner, the channel became a national staple. To overwhelmingly mild applause. Once again, they were playing some pretty lame shit on this channel. It was mostly like cooking shows for the women staying at home, and at this point in history, that's not sexist of me to say. They were doing that. And children's educational programming for the children of the women who are all staying at home. But they also did news because this was the 1970s and everyone had a hard-on for local gossip. But for some, as soon as PBS launched, the same ethical questions that plagued NET were brought brought up against
it. I like how I talked about at that point. It's like everyone had a hard on for local gossip. Now it's not even local gossip. Now everyone just has a hard on for Twitter drama. That's really what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie to ya. Like, it's really tough. Oh, Twitter like fully committed to the X Joan now, so it's like X on everything. Elon, I'm never calling that boy X. Like, I need you to give that up.
Keep calling
like,
Twitter, the little
I'm
bird.
not. Of course, I'm calling that
bird.
Joan Twitter. Twitter and tweeting, bro. Like, come on, bro. Elon, cringe, bro. Cringe. Let's not do this, bro. You got too much cheese to be doing dumb junk. Like,
the news station. Opponents didn't think that a public service should be in the news business. Even some local stations that were connected to PBS expressed their concerns, thinking that it was going to create a controversy and get their funding pulled. And also, PBS had one very specific, super powerful enemy, Richard Nixon. Richard Milhouse Nixon, the 37th president of the United States. Yes, his middle name was Milhouse. Yes, I'm going to make a video eventually talking weird shit about presidents. So if you aren't aware, Nixon was...
Okay, no problem. We'll watch that.
about to be first one's watching that.
Yeah.
generally a piece of shit, but most
That's gonna be
notably was
hilarious,
extremely paranoid about the media talking about him. He thought that the big three networks were biased against him. Kind of like somebody I know, but I can't put the
Yo, nah, I'm not even laughing about the job. I've seen this image so many freaking times, and it's crazy.
Who did that? He's looking real young there. Who was that guy? Superman?
Obviously, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all know we don't talk about politics out here, but obviously,
Right.
I'm sure most of y'all seen the joint that just recently happened with Trump. And I'm gonna foremost say, no matter how much I dislike a person, bro, I'm never gonna wish death on anybody. So gladly he's alive. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get hurt, he didn't die, or nothing like that. But boy, the memes that was made on this boy was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. The one boy was like, they gonna have nothing to say to him now. Dang, they couldn't even kill me. They couldn't even do their jobs right. This is why I need to be leader. That's
They got so many memes.
They couldn't even take me out.
They don't even need no memes because yo, Trump threw up the black fist.
Yo, mom, I always see it. Yo, I always see even the bulls in the anime community making memes about this John. Cause yo, there's one John. This is one character. His name He from My Hero Academia. He did that same pose. Yo, they made a remake of him mixed with Trump. I was dead, bruh. Yeah, that John had me crying. I'm not gonna.
I ain't mad at Trump, yo. Power to the people. I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, but that boy was hilarious.
Finger on their name. And the Nixon administration threatened to deny broadcasting license renewals for TV stations if they failed to cover it favorably.
I feel it.
Which, Jesus Christ, can the government still do this? Can you say I'm going to shut down your station if you're not nice to me? Kinda.
Yes.
They still can't.
Try, baby.
Yes. And it won't even be on a law tip. It's just like the government got more power than you, bro. Mm-hmm. You don't like it. Guess what country you not staying in? Just like that. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, the whole like everything of a concept with humans is a power dynamic. And I'm not even trying to be like on no conspiracy junk, because this is literally not a conspiracy, bro. This quote, I literally just heard this boy the other day, and this is gonna stay with me forever in life because it is just very accurate. And you know what that quote was, Mom? History is always written by the victors. And you want to know why? Because the people who are victorious most of the time are the powerful. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, bro, it can't get more direct as that, bro. Like, everything that y'all learn in history class from the United States, and then, like, I mean, at the same time, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or whatever, because, I mean, yo, it's the country I live in, first world country, yada, yada, this, that, and third. But think about that. It's all in the bias of us. Why? Because we were the heads that won. Mm-hmm. You think we're going to get recounts from them, or from, like, other bulls, especially in just, like, World War I and II? Heck nah. What? No. History written by the victors, bro. So guess what? Same thing for this. Government said, nah, this ain't making us do too well. Take your joint down. And I'm like, nah. They like, what you mean, nah? It's getting taken down. Like, that's really tough.
Damn, that's wild. That's a bummer. Anyway, so naturally, Nixon viewed PBS as an enemy from its inception. Because they don't got to worry about broadcast renewals because it's PBS. They don't got to worry about none of that shit, baby. Something that especially irked him because of their government ties. It's like having a rat in your basement that keeps eating all your food and you can't do nothing about it. Then in 1973, Watergate happened. Watergate. You know, I'm not going to explain what Watergate is. That's going to make this video like 9 hours long. But just Google it so you know how shitty it was. But the cover-up of Watergate by the Nixon administration was a huge huge scandal that nobody was talking about. It had massive political implications, but the big three networks couldn't do anything without the risk of losing their advertising funding. But you know who could talk about it? Wham blam, thank you ma'am. On the other hand, PBS has no obligations to its advertisers.
Hey!
So they were
okay.
blabbing. They were blabbing.
I feel it. Okay, they were the first ones on that freedom of speech tip. Okay, I feel it. I'm feeling that. Okay, that's kind of fire. Low key.
Hard.
It really wasn't no freedom of speech though. Y'all gotta really understand the freedom of speech only come out your mouth. By the way, I don't know if anybody really
just cover the Watergate hearings. They would record them live and then play them at night during prime time. The country was enthralled with the drama of these hearings, and PBS was literally the only station covering them. Due to everything I just said, Nixon resigned in 1974. And though he tried to cut funding for PBS, which I don't blame him, they were being meanies, they were being big old meanies, this scandal ended up putting them on the map, the exact opposite of what Nixon wanted. So from the Watergate scandal, we get rough men. So what a domino effect, Jesus Christ. But if the government was paying for PBS back then, you'd assume they're paying for PBS now, right? Well, kind of, but also no, because it's weird, because my videos used to be simple, and now they're fucking 20 minutes long, and there's so much shit moving that I can't even focus. The one video...
Nah, you just sick right now.
No, I'm not. And I'm not saying that like tub videos is bad or whatever, but like, yeah, nah, that's how you know you're making good content. He's like, yo, 20 minutes long. We got edits every like couple of seconds and type John popping up. I'm like, yo, this real good content, bro. I can't make this John. I don't got talent like that, bro. So shout out Tug. Like,
video a week output is being destroyed by myself going down several rabbit holes every time I try and make one of these. But before we get into the money of PBS, let's get into the money of me. We're gonna run an ad. Play it, Johnny. Let's talk about oral fixation. A weird and heavy talking point, but we're gonna start with...
All right, I ain't gonna lie. We love Tug around here. He's gonna get his cheese up. We always gonna promote Tug. But no cap, I got ADHD. We gotta skip it. My bad. I got ADHD bad. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on.
Use this. It's a lot healthier.
I was gonna say, hold on, wait.
Oh,
there we go. If you want to try to fume John, because I've seen it. I've seen this product before.
So like the
I know like every Jones. Nah, the Scentbird is like a perfume. This is basically like a vape, but a healthy vape.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Like a natural herb
None of
vape
that's
type
healthy,
John.
but anyway, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Tryfume.com, okay.
So if y'all want to enjoy that, John,
Big
hey,
Tug.
bro, that's you. But me, I need to be talking about PBS.
Yes.
So the funding of PBS isn't as simple as daddy government bankrolls the child Muppets. I mean, even a lot of budget-conscious conservatives say that PBS is biased, too expensive, and shouldn't be funded. Ted Cruz would step on the neck of Elmo if he could. It also probably has something to do with the fact that Bert and Ernie are 100% fucking. That's not a pretty good.
And that for
Yo, that just hit me so left. He said, "Oh, and side note, Bert and Ernie."
Yeah, they been saying that.
I'm mad. He just casually let that boy out. Like, hold on, no, this had me crying.
So probably has something to do with the fact that Bert and Ernie are 100% fucking.
Yo, Tech saying that boy so casually. He's like, yeah, that's just something that happening. But anyway, though, like, what? Yo, Tug is hilarious, son. I ain't gonna lie. This is something that people have been talking about, like Mom said, for a hot minute, bro. Like, Head's been making the theories and rumors on this jump, bro. They cartoon characters, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They for the kids.
They're Muppets. They're not even cartoon characters.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Child,
they're a children's TV show characters, bro. We gotta stop sexualizing them, bro. Come on. Like, this is getting a little wild, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Not up for debate. Has that been confirmed? I feel like Sesame Street would call them gay by now. Sesame Workshop responded by asserting that Bert and Ernie have no sexual orientations because they are puppets. That's fucking...
They really had to write about that? Talk about it?
Of course they did. Twitter exists. What are you talking about? Of course they did. Yeah, I saw my face change. I'm like, yes, they had to write this, bro. Bulls is really sitting here doing this, John. Bulls is really sitting here making... I don't know. You know what Rule 34 is, Mom? Great, you don't. Hedge is really out here sitting here fantasizing, making fanfics about Bert and Ernie, you know. Like, y'all, bro. Like, I'm a weird bull. I'll keep it a buck. Like, I'm a weird bull, bro. I'm probably not a normal bull, like the normal NPC, all this, that, and the third. Like, I like some weird Jones, but yo, bro. We sexualizing the Muppets, bro. Come on, man. In the Big 24? Come on, man. We gotta grow up.
Cop out. That's bullshit. I mean, the pig is fucking the frog. And in terms of funding, it's a lot more complicated than just pointing a finger at PBS.
See, now that is canon.
When people talk about PBS, they're
yeah,
actually talking about a
Piggy,
collective of local TV stations. Shout out WGBH. Goddamn, I love Boston. Just like the rest of the government, the structure of PBS is absurdly complicated. And though each station has different levels of contribution, there are three essential sources for funds for the PBS. Number one is the government. Obviously, we've been talking about it this whole...
What is that?
Makes sense.
Government.
time. Uncle Sam does provide a lot of money to the Corporation of Public Broadcasting, that nonprofit I talked about earlier. That's pretty much NPR and PBS. In 2022, over $500 million went to that nonprofit, which seems like NPR and PBS. In 2022, over $500 million.
Yo, man, how you feel? How you feel that like you got like basically like you lost like 25,000 in taxes for a year, and that boy went so they could keep Sesame Street running. How that feel to you?
No, I'm just why was my get out of student loan debt thing?
Oh nah, yo, Joe Byron, he like, yo, y'all got really, and this, yo, again, we not sitting here with the political bullshit. I'm not finna get into a debate, but y'all blatantly know that was cap. Like, it just never happened, or at least like they said it was like for most people, and then put like 16 barriers. Like if this is a freaking job or something where you need to have all these requirements, 6 degrees, 7 medals, a doctorate, a Nobel Peace Prize. You gotta have all these Jones. I'm like, bro. They gotta stop lying. Like, bro, it sound good. Yo, y'all campaigns sound good, but y'all not, all this y'all saying in campaigns, y'all not doing. And that's not even me trying to get on I have an argument. Like, bro, some of y'all could, I'm sure you go on R/slash politics already. I'm sure they're out there saying this, John, bro. I'm guaranteed, actually. But yeah, nah, $500 million so they could keep having PBS go. What does PBS even play nowadays? I don't know either. So like, why do they need
cable, right?
Why do they need $500 million and this is just advertising funding. This isn't even like anything. This is just advertising. Bro, PBS, go on TikTok or something. We're already fueled by brain rot. Y'all don't need $500 million to market. I guarantee you, if you got Big Bird doing like getting sturdy or some John, bro, y'all would get like 1 billion views. I guarantee you, like, yo, this John suck, bro. I just hate it all. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
dollars went to that nonprofit, which seems like a lot, but in the time it took me to say that, we built 60 M1 Abram tanks. So, money's made up when it comes to taxpayers.
How much is that? How much is... I'm assuming these are at least like $1 million each, and we're just... Why are we like... Nah, it's gonna get too political. I'm not
just throw that shit around. But the Corporation of Public Broadcasting, aka CBP, is a lot more than just PBS and NPR. Oh my god, I almost got all of those out perfectly. The CBP does a whole lot more than just making Zaboomafoo. Government-run public safety and educational programs are also funded by the CBP. The CBP has funded grants to improve FEMA's warning system and given money to develop the Department of Education's Ready to Learn programs, whatever the fuck that is. So even though $500 million is going into this nonprofit, PBS says some of their stations only get 15% of their revenue from the CBP, although some smaller ones get 40%, but not all of the money's coming from them. And also, $500 million is not that much in terms of the government giving you money. To put it in perspective, Elon Musk's privately owned Tesla company has gotten $330 million in government subsidies since 2009. And that number balloons to $2.8 billion when you take into account the local grants and tax rebates. And he just makes cars that explode when you drive them off the lot. So like, what the fuck are we doing? So
please, Jeff, please stop putting this in my head. I still want to get a Tesla, but that is very, very terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen a lot of those videos. That's pretty scary. But yeah, bruh. $3 billion to someone who's already literally like top 3 richest people on the planet makes sense. I mean,
give him more money. Why not?
No, it's like, yo, I always stand true on this too. If you wanna make cheese, you gonna need cheese. That's it, bruh. That's really it. Cause then heads will argue like, oh, you can use your resources, but bro, you think them resources was free? It's just like, bro, like for instance. It's like if I watch a video and the bull be like, yeah, bro, you can make money from your phone and all that. That's really great. And I understand I'm in a business to do that because, my Duke's paid for my phone. I got somewhere to live, yada, yada. What if you don't got that, bro? Now what? That's really tough, bro. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all want to start making cheese? I suggest getting at least a band first, especially in this day and age. Matter of fact, probably when I say this, boy, you probably gonna need at least 1,100 because inflation done went up at least another 2% while I'm saying that sentence. So you know what I'm saying? That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's memes, by the way. Y'all go take that John too seriously.
Tax rebates. And he just makes cars that explode when you drive them off the lot. So like, what the fuck are we doing? So what's the real cost of PBS to a viewer like you? I'm gonna say that so many times in this video. PBS costs the average taxpayer $1.40 annually. So the government doesn't even really come close to fully funding PBS. The station gets 60% of its funding from private sources, half of which come from viewer donations. And where do these donations come from? Well, they're actually sourced from the 20th century's most effective form of fundraising, which is
pledge drives? What is that? What is this?
Oh, they used to do those. Yeah, they used to do those fundraisers.
PBS threw its first pledge
TV.
drive in 1975. They aired special programming like ski jumping championships and washed up 60 folk singers performing. Hot to trot television. And in between these programmings, a guy would come on the screen and say, please give us money so we can keep showing you ski jumping, please. And I guess that worked because they made $6 million in 1970.
Yo,
In 1970. Ooh.
You know what I find hilarious? Yo, people that be saying this, John, this other quote, like everything in life comes full circle, are absolutely correct. Because these fools were on like ads between shows and John begging for cheese. Now we got heads dressing up as Spider-Man begging for cheese on TikTok. It's crazy. Now we got legitimate OF bops on there doing the same thing too. It just straight come full circle. Hey, bro, that's really tough. Like
$29 million in today's money. Pledge drives are weirdly the lifeblood of public television. And much like Keanu Reeves, they haven't changed much over the last 4 decades. It usually consists of a famous person that's only famous to people over the age of 60 standing in front of a bunch of volunteers dialing phones. Then they hold whatever show you were watching hostage while they have a number at the bottom of the screen you can call to donate. This is also known by the common man as a ransom. The reasons why someone would donate to PBS is 1, to support their favorite channel and, continue the TV shows that they enjoy watching. But 2, and more importantly, is little gifts. You get little gifts, insanely expensive gifts, but you get little gifts nonetheless. It's usually something absurd like a tote bag once you hit the $250 donation level. This whole concept is strange. It's like,
yo, and when was this back in like the 80s?
70s.
70. How much was 250 in yo, that had to be like almost 2 bands. Like, yo. Nah, not crazy. For bro, I want y'all to keep in mind, for a tote bag, something that I quite literally can go to the dollar store right now and purchase for $1. Like, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna hold y'all. But I feel them though, because you couldn't do nothing about this, because it's not like now where you can just go and pirate something or whatever and go watch it on another site. Like, this was the only way to watch whatever show you wanted to. So it was like, yeah, bro, you gonna pay this ransom.
Yeah.
And is that not scummy, bro? Whatever, bro. Nah, that's America, bro. Shout out.
Like if I stopped all of my YouTube videos in the middle, looked you dead in the eyes and said, if you don't like, comment, and subscribe, this whole channel's going to shit. And then whoever does it the most, I just give them that painting I did last year as a fuck you. Number 3 kind of funding comes from the business daddies. 12% of PBS funding comes from independent businesses. This practice is known as underwriting, which is a roundabout way of saying sponsorship without it actually being a sponsorship. It's like if a local pizzeria sponsors the local Little League team for a summer. They have no say in what the lineup is, they don't call any plays, but at the end of the year, all the kids go and eat there, regardless of their record. They're just getting their name out there. They're just putting their logo on a little kid's back. The pizzeria in this analogy is Juicy Juice. Another 10% of funding comes from foundations, a majority of which are owned by big hitters such as Bill Gates or Henry Ford, which we mentioned earlier. Fun fact, did you know your kids are being force-fed vaccination propaganda from an early age by Bill Gates because he funds PBS? That's not true, but I want to get that misinformation out there. So if we could clip that out of context, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. But this is a part of
had any proof that like the vaccination shots hasn't worked though? And I know this is low-key getting into political territory, but does anybody have any proof of that? Like that like the vaccinations was worse and like making it worse for people? Because as far as I'm concerned, and at least from what I've seen, and this is coming from an objective, I take no stance on whatever. I don't think the government are trying to track you through the shots. I'm not like Sneeko thinking this John, the stupid Matrix garbage. I don't even know what he's talking about. At this point, we got to make sure he's not doing crack or something, because he just be saying the dumbest John. But at the same time, also on the other side, I haven't really seen like the vaccine like take nobody out or nothing. Like it seemed like for the most part it worked. Like how many COVID cases are we seeing now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. That's also sus in itself though, because like bro, COVID was a major thing. There was like 5 variations, then another 6 on top. Now it's just like no one talking about it. Nah, we need to nah. And this is going in conspiracy territory, but. Nah, something about that is fishy. I don't care what nobody says. Something about that is weird.
The PBS funding pyramid that I do not understand. Are billionaires funding PBS for like karma points, or is it something insidious? Because like there's got to be a real reason here. Are they doing this just because they're worried about their hellish afterlives, or is there like a lower agenda? I mean, I'd say it's just for optics, but like if I hear the Ford Foundation underwrote Frontline, I'm not going to think, oh, actually Henry Ford was pretty chill. All the anti-Semitism, whatever, doesn't matter. He said that Jews were responsible for jazz music, short skirts, and World War. Hey Henry, only one of those things suck. What is your whole deal? Quick note from the future. I googled Ford anti-Semitism to see if that was actually true and not just hearsay, and the first article is from PBS breaking down all the shitty stuff he did. Insane. I don't know what's...
Wait. Yo, just... What? Oh, no. Oh man, yeah, we just gonna let that one go
to do
by.
with this information, but it's crazy that PBS is the first one to talk shit about him. Good for them.
Wow, that's funny.
So when you think about PBS, you probably aren't wondering about organizational and funding breakdown. You're thinking about shows, baby. You're thinking about Neil deGrasse Tyson dropping some intergalactic knowledge on your dumb ass. But I think it's important to go over just how important the programming has been on PBS throughout the years. Because goddamn has this free-to-play TV station produced some absolute bangers over its tenured history. They got the educational shows. I mean, out front and up first, we got Sesame Street. That would
Yup. Nah, that's the classics.
This show is incredible. They got a vampire with OCD. What the fuck is that character design? Sesame Street has been on the air since 1969, making it the public television show. The goal of the show was to use the addictive qualities of TV to teach, which sounds evil, but it turned out not to be, so that's good. Sesame Street is so old that it has seen unique, different eras of racism. It has chewed through the jawbreaker of hate crime. I mean, from the jump, it had an interracial cast, and a lot of people did not fuck with that. People did not.
No. Shout out PBS for that. And this is not on my, oh my god, black people being objectified. Nah. I just really shout out this now because they had it in a time where this show was really off. And now these days, all they ever do is try to put diversity and don't care about a plot. And that boy is annoying, bro. Like, I don't need my whole cast to be minorities. I need my show to be good, bruh. So, y'all can hate me all I want. At least I was trying to watch this, boy. I'm not trying to watch what we got now, bro. It's trash. There's no plot, no story, bro. I swear to God, bro. I can't, bro. That I ain't gonna lie. That one was personal for me, bro. So, I'll keep it a buck. That's all personal bias. But, like, yo, shout out to them, though. Because, seriously, in this time, though, you would not be seeing no type. What?
Not like that at all. Mississippi actually banned the show in 1970 due to its racial diversity, which I think is funny because I mean the show takes place in NYC, Mississippi. There's gonna be some black people. Sorry, you yokel asses can't handle that. Honestly, considering the political landscape of the late 60s, early 70s, Sesame Street was pretty radical for its time. There was breastfeeding, lessons about race, Cookie Monster was hitting the pipe in a couple sods. All of this led to the fact that now when you try and pick up the first 2 seasons of Sesame Street today, there's an adult-only warning label on them. I think that's true. But the political boldness of these furry fucks did not stop there. In 2002, the South African version of Sesame Street introduced a Muppet with HIV, which is a
No, they introduced a lot of different, a lot.
No, I'm not even saying like
a lot of situations.
I'm just sitting here like, yo, that's crazy.
A lot of situations.
I'm just saying that one just blew me away. I'm just like, huh? What?
Sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth. Their name is Cammy. They're just like everybody else, and that's kind of the point. They got a blood infusion that was bad, and that's why they have HIV. They're only 5 years old, but you know, we love Cammy. In 1980.
Oh yeah, what's his name? He got sick. Bob.
Well, you said what?
Bob got sick.
Who's Bob? You mean Big Bird?
No, Bob.
Who is this? I've never seen this fool.
Yeah, he got sick. Well, he's about to say it. He got sick for real.
Okay, before that, I was just gonna say, like, yo, like, it's one thing if you get, like, HIV or whatever from actions yourself because you didn't use, like, protection or something, John, but to get that from a blood infusion, something that you needed to, like, survive, and then that John end up giving you HIV, yo, the hospital is cooked. That boy's getting taken out the next day. They getting sued for, yo, everybody in a building getting sued for everything they own. Everything. Like, bro, the director, whoever the boy that's in the top of the hospital, bro, he might as well just give it up, bro. I'm taking everything from him. Yo, you gave me HIV, bro. What you mean a bad blood? Bro, y'all can check blood. What you mean bad? You didn't check this, John? Now I got asked about everything else because you ain't checked the blood. What else you not checking? Do y'all wash y'all instruments? Like, yo, what's up? Nah, that's crazy work. That's actually crazy. Now, granted, obviously, John not real, some Muppet, but I'm just talking about this a real life scenario. Like, that's crazy. Let me not Hassan this boy though. No virtue signal. Like,
1983, when a main cast member of the show died, they actually killed him off on the show. They used his actual death to teach kids about actual death, which seems like a little too serendipitous. They might have killed him. A Katy Perry duet with Elmo also got banned.
I don't know how to feel about that because it's kind of like, it's like sentimental, but then it's like, dang, because we using this fool technically as a moneymaker too because he died. I'm like,
Well, that's how you looking at through the money.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm a realist. So I'm gonna look at this. This is good because obviously, like, yo, he gave him a shine. He was on the show. He's obviously doing, trying to educate children, yada yada. He passed. How do we explain to children why this character isn't in the show no more? Like, it's just like why this character hasn't been around. My bad. He passed. Rest in peace for him. But he passed. Like, how you gonna explain that to a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old? Like, she's gonna be like, listen, we're gonna have to lock it in. But then again, at the same time, we're being honest, like, yo, we still making cheese off this, so we kind of did profit off his death. But at the same time, we're educating children about why death is bad. I don't know. Like Mom said, I guess it's just how you view it. It depends.
And from TV because the dress she was wearing was kind of slutty, which is fine, but like she was showing a lot of skin for a children's cartoon. Not really political,
Mom,
but
let me ask you a question real quick. I know Paul's merchant, but like this is actually a really good question for me right now. Yo, you think this is worse than any of the prom dresses you've seen like for the past 3 years?
Nope.
Told you. I knew off the gate. I knew as soon as I saw this, I was gonna ask Mom that question. Cause I'm like, bro, y'all should have seen Even and Jones at my prom. I'm like, bro, y'all dead think y'all grown, bro. It's crazy.
So they took this off because of her dress.
This is the safest thing I've ever seen. Y'all gotta understand, Bulls is going to the prom at like 16, looking crazy, bro.
But I get it, because it is a kid's show. It is showing a lot of skin. So I do understand that.
No, I understand that too.
She don't even got full cuffs, but okay.
This ain't even that bad, though. I'm not even gonna
No,
it was kind of slutty, which is fine, but like she was showing a lot of skin for a children's cartoon. Not really political, but I think it's important to say that these Muppets don't care about showing a little boob. But it's hard to say you don't love the Sesame Street cast, because literally everyone alive right now has grown up with them. Sesame Street has won 222 Emmys, which is crazy, and it's something this guy's probably going nuts about. Oh, how about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Next level
Shout out Mr.
television,
Rogers.
let me tell you. I mean, out of context, Mr. Rogers seems a little suspicious. A Presbyterian preacher puts on a puppet show where he engages in dialogue with characters, carries on conversations with kids about their feelings, has indoor and outdoor shoes, lives alone with a fish tank, and he's obsessed with the mailman. Which, all that together, I would be looking around his cabinet.
Yeah, now that's a little weird.
But if you're trying to dig up dirt on Mr. Rogers, good luck. This man was a goddamn saint. Every sweater he wore on the show, his mom knit. He sung a song in front of Congress in order to demonstrate the importance of public broadcasting to keep the channel funded. He even personally responded to every single piece of fan mail he ever received. And I don't even do that.
Wow.
The channel
funded.
This he even personally responded to every single piece of fan mail he ever received. And
this is no stray, but you won't ever catch a streamer doing this. That's no stray though. That's no stray. Like, I'm not talking about nobody specific, but like in this day and age, heads don't care that much. Like, they'll appreciate their community and audience, but bro, responding to every single person, bro, heads be having their PO boxes filled to the brim. I'm talking about like, yo, these heads PO boxes be the entire post office amount of Jones they be having. Like, people be sending them. Don't care at all. I be seeing them not care. I be seeing them not care at all. I'm like, dang. Somebody just sent you a whole fit. Like, I mean, a sweater that they personally made themselves. That probably cost like a band. He's like, oh, yeah, that's nice. I'm like, what? Nah, you crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I always say I'm gonna appreciate everything in life, bro. You can have nothing.
Imagine I don't even do that. I only answer some of my DMs because a lot of them are horny or call me a rap boy or both. Mr. Rogers tackled tough issues.
Nah, I'm sorry. Who is sending the horny messages to Tug? Yo, leave Tug alone, bro. That guy stopped harassing Tug, bro. That's really crazy, though. I go with you.
Touch that was genuinely effective. For example, in the 60s, white people would throw acid or nails into pools where black and white people were swimming together because things were so cool back then. But in 1969, Mr. Rogers very casually ended one of his episodes by inviting a neighborhood police officer, who was black, to soak his feet in the pool with him. That's badass. And on his show, he was constantly undercutting racists and sexism and all that bad shit just by doing little acts of kindness. The only thing I can't stand about this show is the neighborhood of make-believe, which was the little neighborhood he'd have inside of his house, which was very confusing and scary to me. This was the backdrop of all the puppet shows he would do in his house, and it was supposed to promote curiosity, and it was to stimulate imagination.
This John did throw me off. I ain't gonna lie, but that's because I don't like puppets and horror, John. That John be scaring me, bro. I don't, like I told y'all, if y'all seen the one video we had with Mom in the thumbnail, it was the worst horror movie villains. Yo, Annabelle and John, I'm cool off that. Y'all can keep that where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
While solving real world issues. But it just turned out to be like a weird liminal space where nothing was fully real, but nothing was fake either. And it was all ruled over a monarch called King Friday the 13th. What the fuck is going on, Mr. Rogers? And then we have literally all the other children's programs.
Okay, let's see. Arthur, goated. Dragon Tales, goated. I can't see. I think this is Clifford down here.
I remember JJ, the jet plane.
Where do you see that? This? Oh, yeah, I remember this too. Yeah, this is brain rot. Where I can't see. Magic School Bus. Now that right there, classics, bruh. Classics. I can't see Sesame Street. Obviously, y'all already know classics.
Reading Rainbow, you don't know nothing about that. Reading Rainbow.
Yo, do y'all know about the Bearstein Bears? No. See, even I'm saying, do y'all know about the John? I'm not sure if you can see it. Y'all know about the Mandela effect with that, John?
No.
I swear to God, it was always the Bearstein Bears, bruh. No, it was always the Bearstein. I swear to God, this was always the Bearstein Bears, yo. I'm trying to tell you, there was always an E in this joint and not an A. I'm trying to, I swear. I'm definitely wrong, but like, yo, that Mandela effect been around forever, bro. Like, forever. I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy.
Oh, Chops. Yeah, I
Oh,
remember Chops.
It's like Kratz Creatures, Clifford the Big Red Dog, and Arthur the goddamn Aardvark. Arthur is peak edutainment for any young viewer out there. It's been praised for tackling topics like cancer, dyslexia, autism. They covered the topic of homophobia because Mr. Ratburn turned out to be gay, which is great, but I don't know why sexually active rats keep showing up in my life. And it's the third longest animated running series on American television, right behind The Simpsons and South Park. And there's all these shows that I don't have time to jump into.
That's what I'm saying. They still
will
watching
make me cry if I hear the theme song. Okay, like, so we gonna see. Okay. Yeah. Barney, yeah. Bears, yeah. Could sit and watch with content. Wait, could sit and watch with content? Wait, what does that mean? I don't know what this means. Could sit and watch with content. Wait, what does this mean with content? Like I'm confused on like what is this? I don't know. But Caillou's goated. Clifford's goated. Curious George is goated. Let me see. Magic School Bus is goated. Has some bops. Everything in this list looking dead. Is this Buster the Bunny from the Joe? He got his own show. That's crazy. I remember this Joan, but I remember this Joan. I remember like seeing this here and there. Obscure memory, the back of my brain. Sesame Street? Nah, he tweaking. Sesame Street. I got Sesame Street locked in my brain. No cap. Sid the Sign. Yo, and I know Head's gonna say it now. As soon as I say this, Joe, Head's gonna start saying this on here too, bro. I'll admit it, bro. I do look like Sid the Science Kid a little bit. Stop playing me, yo. It's not funny. It is a little funny. I'm gonna keep this back. But yeah, Sid the Science Kid is stamped. Wild Kratts is stamped. Arthur is obviously stamped. Wait, is it just putting repeats on this? Wait, yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much going over all the good jobs.
But they all banged in their own ways. But actually, there's one show that no one remembers. It was probably on for maybe a year, maybe two, but it was about a Chinese cat, and I think it was Sagwa, and the theme song has been stuck in my head since I was 6 years old.
I've never seen it. Yeah, they definitely cut this show. I've never seen this before.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I've been whispering Sagwa is my best friend while I've been having sex my entire life. And I don't know, my therapist doesn't know what to do with me anymore. And of course, PBS has programming for adults too. It's not just catered to kids. We got Nova, the mind-melting crazy shit. I always confuse this show with a nature program. I get a little stoned, sit down with a snack, and think I'm going to watch some cheetah running gracefully through a field, and then all of a sudden Neil deGrasse Tyson comes out and just makes me feel stupid for an hour and a half. It's just crazy.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is the John that Neil deGrasse Tyson be. Oh, yeah, I definitely need to be watching this John, bro. But, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta probably see me go crazy or something, John. I'm like, yo, does the world mean nothing? Nah, let me chill, bro. Yeah, bro, please, y'all, let's try to keep a healthy balance of, like, doing things in life. Like, quick PSA from Trill, bro, like, real talk. Like, you have to keep things in moderation. Like, watch... I use myself as like watching anime, for example. Like, yo, granted, love anime, but, like, at the same time, yo, I got other stuff to do. Because some heads got it really bad when it come to the tier 3s. When it come to the copping the OFs, y'all got it real bad. I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. I was telling mom literally yesterday, 50 bands worth of tier 3 subs for a streamer. You're retarded, bro. You're retarded. Like, I'm gonna keep it a beat, but...
In the morning that Elmo will teach me what the letter A means, and then at night I'm learning quantum physics. That just doesn't seem right to me. Then there's the Antique Roadshow, which, if you aren't aware of it, it is one of the best shows on television. There's something that happens with age, that the monetary value of things becomes very important to you. And because of that, a show like Antique Roadshow is going to tickle your pickle unlike anything has ever done. The premise of the show is you bring...
Oh, wait, no, he's about to explain it.
Your junk that's really old, and a guy tells you if it's worth any money or not. 9 times out of 10, it's not worth any money, and it should have been a red flag when you saw the word Costco printed on the side of it. But sometimes people show up and their shit's worth thousands of dollars, and that's so exciting to me. And then we have every Ken...
I'm gonna see if you know. What show does this remind you of?
What, Storage Wars?
Yep, you knew off the gate. I'm like, yo, because I was about to say, Mom, you think this show probably better than Storage Wars? Nah, Storage Wars is comedy. Storage Wars be having me crying. The one that'll be like, yep. Bro paid I remember bro paid $5 for one of the storage Johns, and that John only had like a printer in it. I remember that. I was dead. I was like, yo, this what you get for being stupid. This is where ego gets you. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough.
Burns documentary. I mean, he did the Vietnam War. He did baseball. He does a bunch of American-based documentaries, and all of them are about 3 years long. All of them are a little too long, but they're informative, they're interesting, and they're the perfect go-to-bed shit because they're pretty quiet. He almost whispers through all of them. And then we have instructional shows, like they have workout tapes on PBS sometimes, and they are skewed to the older view.
This definitely is, because I'm like, bro, this quite literally shouldn't even be a business advertising thing anymore, because, bro, do you know how many things you can find on YouTube of simple workouts and workout routines and John Pro for completely free? Like, bro, you're not, bro. This should have been died off. Like, this should not exist no more. Like,
A lot of them are like how to work out in a chair, but that's exactly what I need. And then we have Bob Ross. How could you forget Bob Ross?
Exactly.
My God. If you don't know, you're ridiculous for not knowing this. The Joy of Painting was a show with Bob Ross where he would just paint in front of you, and it was orgasmic. He'd encourage you to paint along with him, but people rarely did. They just wanted to see this wizard make magic on the canvas. And then sometimes it would just cut to him like feeding a baby squirrel with a bottle. He would be bottle feeding a baby animal sometimes. And I don't know if he like wrote that into the show or if some days he would just show up with a squirrel and say, film me while I do this. Either way, it was perfect television. And then there's all this British shit that they keep winning awards for, and I get it confused because like Downton Abbey is a PBS show, even though it seems like it should be from the BBC. The BBC is like the PBS of Britain, so it's very confusing to me. But all that being said, the cultural impact that PBS had over generations, it cannot be understated. It still continues to this day, and who knows what next banger they're going to crash out. Perhaps Downton Abbey 2, where they all discover opium, or Bluey in America, which I would personally for.
Yup, short coming soon. Short coming soon, I ain't gonna lie.
Bluey, a girl or a boy? Anyway.
That's let's not even ask that question. And y'all in the comments don't answer either. If you answer this, John, I'm probably gonna delete you, John. I'm not gonna hold you, bro, because we ain't about to get this controversy started. Not today.
At the end of the day, we should all just be happy that PBS is free. I mean, not really, but technically. I mean, you're not paying for it, I'm not paying for it, so it's free. So the next time you're at your parents' house or at a hotel, flip to PBS and see what's going on there, because it might be the
Well, I'm at my parents' house, and I'm gonna tell you, Tug, right now, not doing that, boy. I'm gonna stick to YouTube.
You probably can't.
Yeah, we can't. Who got cable? Nobody, like, nah. Actually,
Or
I do
free
want
TV.
y'all to. Oh, my bad. Keep going.
Or free TV or antenna TV.
I don't know, whichever one of those. But comment right now if you still watch like cable television. Like if you got a service provider like DirecTV or Service Electric or some John. Like, cause honestly, at this point, it should not be a lot of people. It should not. The only people I expect to have that John is like if you're 50 and over, bruh. Like 50 and over at this point, because it's just like, even if you're a millennial or 40, like you getting up there, but even you still know, like, yo, I'm probably gonna hop on Netflix though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably gonna hop on Netflix. Like, we ain't even about to, you mean, like YouTube TV and all that. Like, no.
Next big thing. New videos every Saturday. Shout out PBS. Shout out viewers like you. Shout out Fume.
Shout out Tug.
Use code Big Tug in the link down below for your free stand for your Fume device. And everyone just have a good day, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna take
Tug,
a nap.
get better.
Oh my God,
you gotta
so
go to
tired.
sleep, big bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, everybody say shout out Tug. Everybody say shout out Tug. You know, obviously, you know, bless up for Tug. He gotta get better. I don't want to see nobody sick. Being sick sucks. I don't care if you got a little sniffle or you freaking dying, bro. Being sick sucks every time. Like, I don't care what nobody says. But yeah, that was Big Tug, the wild history of PBS. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They had a lot of Jones going on in here, but pretty much, childhood classics still, though. That's the part at least I'm gonna remember from it. And not the Rangers parts. But we ain't gonna talk about that, boy. No cap. Mom, any closing regards for you out there?
No, I just think about when I used to watch PBS even as an adult. If I felt sick and I couldn't sleep, I go turn on channel 13. I fall asleep.
Yo, right? Yo, I might really start doing this, John. Like, yo, you need to fall asleep quick, put on the most
I put on channel 13. I put on Sesame Street.
PBS come on,
I went to sleep as an adult.
Yo, PBS come on, I'm slumped, bro. You ain't waking me up. I'm over
You
there.
need to go put PBS on.
Yo, right? Yo, you gotta take a nap, boy. Put on PBS. I'm giving you 15 minutes. You gonna be sitting there nodding off. Yo, finally Sesame Street come on, you. Boy, you snoring by the time that boy come on. But nah, seriously though, yeah, I mean, PBS still do exist to this day. Now they branched off into like mad different genres though. Like even with having it, because I know Tug showed the map at one point, like having it all in the different areas, like there's just different PBS now. Because obviously I saw the PBS Kids, there's like PBS that focusing on animals. It's just like, bro, there's mad genres, like so many genres. So yeah, if you still interested in that, hey, by all means go watch. Me though, I'm gonna stick to my brain rot. Nah, let me stop playing. But seriously though, y'all, of course, if you want to watch the original video, that will be down stressful, like your own opinions and conjecture. Again, shout out Tug. Please go subscribe to Tug. We always say that Tug is some of the best videos on this platform. No cap, definitely a top 5 creator for me for sure. And Mom, We had to tell them what they got to do in this video.
Hit that thumbs up button.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Comment. All the different comments and the different parts that you talked about.
Facts.
And then turn on that subscribe button on the road to 3K.
That's no cap. He said, subby.
Subscribe.
And
on that.
Post notification button every time. Mom, Trill, post a new video. That boy be what? Fresh in your feed. You already know about New John. And with that being said, I'm about to say, that being said, Mom gotta get on my face. Subscribe.
Yes.
And we gonna catch y'all later. Peace.